Hey everyone, and welcome. Welcome to today's session of I'm live in Rise Tribe right now. So if you're watching me any other place besides the Rise Tribe on Facebook right now, I'm going to invite you into the Rise Tribe, RIZE Tribe on Facebook, or perhaps even on YouTube. But my welcoming you into, let's talk about how to take back your power and to stop needing healing sessions. This was my journey for so many years, right? Where I would schedule whatever the healing modality might be for you, right? I always preface this by saying, I am an advanced EFT practitioner. I am a Reiki master. I teach and I guide and I take my clients through these healing sessions, through these types of healing modalities, sound baths, et cetera, when it's necessary. But the vast majority of the time, healing is not necessary. Healing is a never-ending carousel ride of, I heal something, it feels good to heal it, it feels good to collapse that trigger and to move on to the next. So I'm continuously looking for the next trigger that will come up for me to need to heal, to then have, so to speak, the hit off of healing in order to get to the next. And so, just for your own self right now, if you tap into yourself, into your own energy, and you think, yeah, that is why I schedule my Reiki sessions. That is why I schedule my massage therapy sessions. That is why I schedule whatever the thing might be that you're doing to feel better about yourself, to feel better within yourself, only to have that demise, right? To have this, you leave there feeling really euphoric, you leave there feeling really inspired, only to really quickly, demise is the word that's coming to me, almost like this roller coaster ride of back down to the starting place. And sometimes it can almost feel even worse than when you started, because now you have the awareness of how good it can feel. And it can be this perpetual spin of, I'm always needing to go to the healing sessions. I'm always needing to do this thing in order to feel better about myself, about my life, about my path, about my body, etc. And so the reason why I want to talk about this today and how to take back your power and to stop needing those healing sessions is it's in the universe. It's in the universal energy today, right? So if you are experiencing gravity right now, you are experiencing these universal energies. They just are. They're universal law. They are something that is the way that we are all existing and moving through life together. And when you know them, right, you know how to leverage them for your greatest good and your highest growth. And so, hello. I love, it is so timely. I see your name as Facebook user. If you want to tell me who you are. And of course, I always love the comments on here. If there's ever a topic that comes up and you feel like you would like a little bit more clarity, or you feel like, let's dive into my chart even more, feel free to comment here and I'll come back. I read every comment and I'll respond. Jen, oh my gosh, my friend, it's been so long. How are you? Jen Kramer. Oh my gosh. I think the last thing we did together was it the makeup? No, I can't remember. It's been a while. So welcome. Anyways, let's talk about this, right? Because it's universal energy. It's what's in the air right now. And so if you're telling yourself, if you believe that you are always going to need a coach, if you believe that you're always going to need someone else to do the thing for you in order to get the breakthrough, in order to get to the next level, then you're always at the mercy of someone else on the outside of you, right? And so this is just my open invitation, a really quick one to say, this is in the universal energy right now. And just like Jen said, this is so timely. What I do is I teach you step by step, literally, how to's the real world, like, go do this. Here is how you wake up in the morning feeling bliss, love, joy, excitement, whatever your value is, which brings up another kind of rabbit trail I want to take for just a moment. Your values quite possibly are not your values. They're quite possibly, most likely, unless you've really looked at your own self, you've gotten really raw with yourself to discover, is that really a value for me? Do I really actually value love? Do I actually really value? So one of mine is playfulness. When I'm feeling really playful, I know I'm within my what I call my essence, right? And I've done this before, but there's not even a word for it. It's I'm moving and grooving. Words just flow through me. I'm channeling, I'm downloading, and I'm moving out universal law of teaching what it is that's coming through me in order to receive the next. This is what I provide for my clients, the how-tos. And so if you are coming across this video right now, and if you are feeling inspired to, yeah, you know what? I do want to answer the question, who am I? Who am I really? Outside of what my parents have told me I am, my partner has told me I am, my business has told me I am, my clients have told me I am, my children have told me I am, the outside world has told me I am, the comments, the likes on social media has told me that I am. Do I really know who I am? Do I really know what I want? Because when you know those two things to the depths of your soul, and I mean beyond even your soul, like your essence, your frequency, the vibrational code that makes you you, when you know those two things, who you are and what you want, things start clicking in life. The red carpet of the universe just starts to unroll and unroll and unroll. And you trust, you take a step, the next part unrolls, unravels. You take a step, the next part unrolls and unravels. And this is the way that life is designed to be. We are designed energetically as human beings to be so blissed out and completely in love with ourselves and with our life and with others, right? It spirals out from the inside out so that we're not looking for the thing to go do in order to receive the blessings, right? Whatever that thing might be, sometimes I like using this as in a perceived good example of like working out really hard. Well, I'll go to the shooting range. Well, I'll go call my best friend, right? These are all things that like, it's part of what I do as like enjoyment. But when I realize, well, I'm going to go down another rabbit trail right now. I got a message yesterday and I had just sat down to have a meal by myself. And the message caused me to have a nervous system reaction. And if you've ever had that like sink in your gut, feel like you've almost like you've hit the bottom of a roller coaster, right? Where like you just have this sinking feeling at the bottom of your gut. And it's like, oh God. The way out of that is to feel what's coming up, is to not try to fight it, is to not try to not feel it. And so I'll share with you, this was a huge, huge trigger. It's been part of my journey my entire life. And it took me less than 15 seconds to move through the trigger from that huge nervous system drop. Because even as well practiced as I am in how to regulate my nervous system, I'm still in the body, right? I'm still in the human body. And so things are going to happen, right? I'm going to live in this world with 8 billion other people, give or take. And so I'm going to have the triggers. I'm going to have the nervous system response. And my responsibility now that I know how to regulate my nervous system and how to bring myself back to the state, the vibrational state that I choose to feel, it's my responsibility then to follow through. Versus what so many people, when they begin working with me, believe that they're trying not to feel it, right? They're trying to control it. They're trying to, let me just get in control of my emotions. This is something I hear all the time, and it's just not true. Nobody's controlling anything. You are not controlling anything. And when you can have that little sliver of like, I kind of get that. I kind of get that I'm not controlling my emotions. Like, I think that I might feel better after a workout, or I go to the shooting range, or like whatever your vice might be. But it probably just shows up as something else somewhere else eventually, right? This is like, I work a lot with connective tissue. And so someone will come in with like a shoulder injury. And what I'll do is I'll look, like if it's a left shoulder, I'll look to the right hip because I know the connective tissue lines are connected. The left shoulder is connected to the right hip. This is the same with the spiritual world. We're all interconnected, and it will show up as something else, whether it's a physical ailment or an emotional ailment, whatever it might be. So what I'm really trying to get to here into how to take back your power and stop needing the healing sessions, one is to see that little sliver that I'm actually not controlling anything. I'm really not. And if you're there, if you're willing to be there and willing to then take the responsibility, take the radical self-responsibility of being empowered by your emotions, then I invite you to join me in the next round that I'm going to teach of Mastering the Brain Game. We begin on April 10th, and I guide you. It's a 6-week journey, and I guide you step by step by step. The commitment is 10 hours over the 6 weeks where we meet via Zoom. If you are someone who's thinking, I don't want to learn, I don't want to be on Zoom, because I can feel that also coming up, The way that I teach on Zoom is we're interactive, and I'm in connection with you. Have the ability to connect with me through the group daily, which is the catalyst. It is the thing that completely can change your life. Literally up level and completely change your life. So also, I can also, like, let me just put the offer out there that I also do this privately. So the way that I take you through this journey is for those of you that are feeling like, yeah, I'm ready to really come into my body, to understand that that's the first step in this spiritual journey, and understanding that the release of control is next for me, and to really understand that when I release the control, I understand who I am and what I want. And as a super, super bonus, I am offering to the first 3 people that sign up a private session with me where we look directly at your chart. So you have a spiritual contract, just like you have a physical DNA contract that maps out your life, that says this is exactly who you are, how you express the high side of you, what you are meant to be and show up in the world. And we get to do that in a session. So the first 3 people, if you're also just feeling like, no, you know what, I want to just work privately, I also have space for that as well, about 3 people-ish on my calendar to do that. So I'm going to leave that there. First step is just being willing to see that what I believe I'm doing in the world by giving my power away, which is really what it is, by hiring another coach or a teacher or a mentor and a healer, is just cycling me back through. But maybe what I need is to learn how to become empowered myself, learn how to literally regulate my own nervous system. That is my entire goal when I work with clients. Let me show you how to take back your power, so you're not just looking for the next thing that's going to give you a false sense of empowerment. All right. With all of that said, have an amazing day. I invite you to just send me a direct message if this is something you'd like to be a part of and you want one of those first 3 spots. All right. Okay. Have a great day.